So, I was watching First Take the other day, or I saw a clip rather. I was watching a clip online, and I saw Stephen A. Smith said he had an MVP vote. And I was like, okay. I also saw Chris Broussard over at FS1. You know, I know he has an MVP vote. I also heard him say that for his MVP race, he's got Giannis 1, Embiid 2, and Nikola Jokic 3 on his ballot. I don't know what Stephen A. had, but these are 2 MVP voters. Now, keep in mind, Chris Broussard was a phenomenal writer and reporter when he was at it. That's how he got his MVP vote. Stephen A. Smith is a legendary writer, more or less a legendary reporter when he was at that field. So I don't want to judge them off where they are today as more or less commentators, no longer reporters for their respective platforms. I don't want to judge them off that then of what they are today versus where they were then. I was a reporter in college, and I wrote many articles. I know what those brothers are. These are good reporters for real. This ain't no joke gimmicks. Y'all know your boy FERRO would keep it real. They deserve whatever flowers they get, and one of those flowers is they got the right to vote on the MVP award. Media has that. I brought that up for a reason, though, because I'm hearing the chatter about Nikola Jokic as the Denver Nuggets fell down to 2 games to zip to the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco, and boy, was it disrespectful. Oh, my goodness, it was disrespectful in San Francisco. You got Klay Thompson knocking down threes like it's 2014, 15. Steph Curry's coming off the bench, bro, and he's still lighting you up for 34 points, and I ain't even got into the Jordan Poole conversation. Draymond's looking like his old self. Dude that rested the whole season shooting podcasts, and now all of a sudden he looks good again. He's finding plays, and now you done added another weapon to him. Really 2 weapons, because he ain't had Klay the last few years, and now you got Jordan Poole in the mix. It's ridiculous for Golden State. This new DEFCON lineup where Andrew Wiggins is the 5th guy on the court. Listen, I don't love Andrew Wiggins as a number 1 option. I don't want him as a number 2. I don't like him as a number 3. If this man is now your number 5 option offensively, you got yourself probably a pretty damn good basketball team. That's what the Warriors are. Anywho, they are giving it to the Nuggets. The Nuggets are frustrated on the sideline. Will Barton and DeMarcus Cousins are going at it. Jokic is getting ejected from games. He's frustrated. The team is frustrated, especially the way the Warriors beat you up. They're the best third-quarter team of all time. When they beat on you, they beat on you. Now, I picked Golden State to win this series, I believe, in like 7, at least 6. I did have the Warriors winning it, but I had it going a long series because I got the ultimate respect for Jokic. But I got to be honest with you. Right now, I think the Nuggets can get 1 in Denver, but this is going 5, if not 4. And I want to respond to the people who are saying that Jokic is not the regular season MVP. That's why I brought up Stephen A. and Chris Broussard earlier in this conversation. I don't want to give that any merit. All right, I want to be clear with you guys about the MVP award. To the best of my knowledge, MVP stands for most valuable player. Not the best player, the most valuable in any given season. If we did the best player award, Giannis probably is the best player in the league. There's a few people that think KD is the best player in the league. Whatever which way you want to go, I get it. If we did it that way, Giannis is probably going to win the award for the next 5 to 7 years. Giannis ain't going to win the award this year because there were nights where Giannis didn't have to be great for the Bucks to win. So in my world, from what I saw, which I don't want to – look, I don't know Chris Broussard or Stephen A. I used to work with Stephen A. I never met Chris Broussard. I don't know how much basketball they watch, so this is not a shot at them. I know how much basketball I watch every night, and not just in the playoffs. Y'all know we do highlights every night of the season. I don't care if it's 2 people watching or 1,000 people watching or 1,000,000 people watching. Every night I get them highlights out best I can. I watch the regular season games when Denver's in Cleveland on a random Tuesday. I watch the random Saturday night game when Denver's playing against the whomever, the Houston Rockets. More importantly, I watch when Joel Embiid is playing on ESPN, but when he's not playing on ESPN, when it's a local Philly game, or when Giannis is playing against the Brooklyn Nets on Friday night, or when Giannis is playing on a Monday night against the San Antonio Spurs. If you only watch big games, if you only watch major events, well, yeah, you're going to think Joel Embiid or Giannis is the MVP. They have incredible stats. They're deserving. But they also play on national television. To come to the conclusion that Nikola Jokic is the regular season MVP this year, You have to watch the games. There is not a night that Jokic can take off where his team will be in position to win. The fact that he's a big and doesn't take nights off, and he didn't add a James Harden at the trade deadline, or he ain't fresh off a championship, and he's got an all-star caliber guy in Drew Holiday and an all-star in his league in Chris Middleton. The fact that Jokic doesn't have that night in, night out further proves my point. Not only does Jokic not have an all-star teammate, he lost a guy that was all-star caliber who's been out all year, and Jamal Murray, and the guy that's got all-star potential, and Michael Porter Jr., he's out. So his Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday are not there. I love Giannis to death. I do. If Middleton and Holiday left Milwaukee tomorrow, the Bucks are fighting to get in the playoffs, and I love Giannis. Y'all know I love Giannis. So stop this notion that Nikola Jokic doesn't deserve the MVP award. You're wrong. You can't base off what the playoff shows versus the regular season. Because I can make the case the reason why Nikola Jokic is tired and wore out is because he can't take nights off like Draymond Green can in the regular season. Steph Curry can in the regular. If he would have missed the same amount of time that Steph just missed with that lower leg foot injury, the Nuggets would have probably fell out of the playoffs and into the play-in. He can't do that. Some of these guys are fresher. These guys are fresher because they can be. Jokic didn't have that right this year. That's why he's the MVP, and that's why he's going to win the thing. This is not just a bunch of nerds getting into a room picking Nikola Jokic to win MVP. No, y'all don't watch the games. That's why Nikola Jokic ain't y'all MVP. Watch the damn games. So I will give you this, if nothing else. Jokic is about to win back-to-back MVPs. All right? He is now entering that Giannis territory from a few years ago, that Steve Nash territory from a decade or so ago, 2 decades ago down there. Man, time is going past us really quickly. You can't keep winning MVPs and not be culpable for winning. But here's the solution. I'm not going to blame Jokic's play in the playoffs for that. No. He's got to put pressure on Denver. Look, if Jamal Murray can't get right, if Michael Porter Jr. can't get right, go get me something else. Y'all got me in my prime. I'm giving y'all 75 to 78 games a year. Denver, go make a trade at the deadline. Go get me some help just in case we going to get Jamal Murray back. The Nuggets shouldn't be in a position to where Jokic has got to rely on them to come back. For Jamal Murray to fight, I saw a tweet from Jamal. He's like, you don't think I want to be out there? Pretty much what he said. I know the brother wants to be out there, but he's got to look out for himself and his body. Unfortunately, he had one of those late end of the regular season injuries. Ironically, I believe it was against the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken, a year ago, in which he missed not only last year's postseason, but the torn ACL is forcing him to miss this postseason as well. It's unfortunate. Michael Porter Jr. is injury prone. It's on Denver to get that brother more help. Go get him a Drew Holiday. I believe Giannis and Drew Holiday, even if Chris Middleton wasn't there, could be a 4 or 5 seed in the East. Go get that brother some help. So, no, I'm not looking at Jokic any differently. That brother plays hard every night. Is he a guy that's going to win you a series by himself? No, that's why he will not become a 3-time MVP. Neither will Giannis. They were not going to give Giannis that award again until he had some regular season success. Or, some postseason success. So, I'm in full agreement. After Jokic wins this MVP, I'm not going to look at what he did in the regular season any different in regards to the award, but he's got to be better in the postseason. But I don't think it's about him. He's got to get more help. Like, nothing was wrong with Giannis' game. He needed more help. That was on Milwaukee, and it's on Denver. Go get the brother some help. Some help that's going to play. If Jamal Murray and Michael Porter can play, great. If they can't, Denver should have made a move at the deadline. Even if it was a guy that's a free agent this summer. Go get that guy some type of help for a few months, even at a rental. Some type of help so that the Nuggets could have made a real run. And it's a shame to waste a great year from Nikola Jokic. He's still the regular season MVP. He's going to win the award and deserves it. Stop trying to take that regular season award away from him because he's averaging pretty much his regular season average in the postseason. He needs some help. Look at that roster. It's ridiculous.